Jana here with your weekly dashboard by Monolith. Last episode, we got all sci-fi with Neuralink breakthroughs, Intel changing up their chip game, and some terrific news for terabyte storage and laptops. For a less cryptic rundown, you might as well jump back a week by clicking on this link here. Today, we're going to get a blast from the past, check in on crypto mining activity, and well, we're going to learn deep. So let's fire up the dashboard. Spoiler alert, my old phone is back and better than ever. Motorola announced their rework of the Razr 2020 flip smartphone. Thanks to engineers at Motorola, they've smoothed out some of the kinks from the 2019 version, one of the biggest being that the phone now is flush when folded. Should it be called a fold phone?
Yes, it should.
Additionally, this new version has a Qualcomm Snapdragon 765G chipset for 5G connectivity, better storage and RAM, a rear camera up to 48 megapixels, a small increase on the battery, and mini view preview features for photos. Besides those upgrades, there's not too much to report for this $1,400 USD unit.
Woo!
Yeah, it still has a 6.2-inch plastic OLED or POLED, and customers aren't so sure that the folding parts of the phone have been reinforced to avoid wear and tear. Besides shaving down its notorious fat chin, there aren't too many visible changes. For these upgrades, engineers had to do a lot of rearranging under the hood. One of the benefits of that work is that the Razr no longer smacks shut and is in general quieter to operate. It costs a pretty penny, and the new version seems to refine critiqued features from the first version. At least it seems to be making the phone a more viable option for the wireless peanut gallery for when it's released later this year. At a personal level, I'm pretty choked. Back in the day, the louder it smacked and the brighter the fuchsia, the more badass it was. Like sending a secret text message and then you'd hear a phone smack. Pretty passive-aggressive, pretty cool. Moving on. Did you know that for just over 1/3 the price of a Razr, the Xbox Series S could be yours? You heard me right. Starting November 10th, this deluxe unit will go on sale for one easy payment of $499. That's right, $499 US.
But wait, there's more!
But in all seriousness, the company has announced the pricing for the Series X and many are relieved. Starting September 22nd, players can pre-order both the Xbox Series X straight up for $499 and or the Series S for $299. If you're part of the Microsoft All Access program, you can even get a payment plan for no upfront costs. Pretty slick system and a pretty reasonable price tag considering the specs. It's like the longer I had to wait, the more I assumed it would cost, but I'm really happy that that's not the case. But lucky for us nervous fans, we now get to wait for Sony to announce their pricing for the PS5. But with Microsoft's announcement, we can feel a little more secure that the price won't stray too much. Right? Don't forget to get in the Xbox queue or sign up for Microsoft Access so you're ready when September 22nd rolls around. Staying in the realm of gaming, Nvidia is sharing their deep learning super sampling knowledge with the VR class of 2020. DLSS technology increases rendering efficiency by cramming in as much detail as it can into each frame. It increases the resolution using smaller frames and enlarging it intelligently.
With lasers?
Exactly. This NVIDIA technology is way more efficient in comparison to natively rendering at similar resolutions. By leveraging hardware-accelerated AI operations in NVIDIA's RTX GPUs, resolution is increased after being analyzed and restructured into high-res. Essentially, this technology is all about rendering efficiency so that more processing power is available for the graphics, lighting, textures, and increased frame rate. When compared to natively rendered content, DLSS provides an almost equal quality experience by boosting the resolution of the in-focus graphics on the fly and in real time and effectively under-rendering out-of-focus graphics. It's already available in the RTX 2000 series and in leaked benchmarks is showing incredible 4K performance gains in the 3000 series. Is it too good to be true? Or is this? Well, guys, after what seems like an eternity, AMD has released the Kraken. Announced the launches of their monster of a CPU, the Zen 3 for October 8th, and their Big Navi GPU for October 28th. So here's what we know so far. The Zen 3 is built like a beast, based on an enhanced TSMC 7nm node, either N7P or N7+, focusing on remarkable increases in IPC performance thanks to improvements to L1 and L3 caches, and who knows, maybe even an increase in cache capacity. Probably a good thing because this architecture will power AMD's full lineup of next-gen chips moving forward, like the Ryzen 4000 Vermeer for desktop, the Ryzen 5000 laptop chips, and the EPYC Milan processors.
Go, Lisa. Go, Lisa.
Who's your uncle? Who's your uncle? For complete specs, you'll have to hang tight until the October 8th launch date. So, see you there at 10 a.m. Pacific time. Similarly to the Zen 3, the RX 6000 series will run with the latest TSMC 7nm node with almost a 50% performance per watt improvement over the RX 5000. Some are wondering if this shift is meant to pivot them into the ring to compete against Nvidia's higher market offerings like the RTX 3080. With their RX 5700 XT, they've been sitting comfortably in the mid-market spot for best graphics cards. With shifts to their production, AMD is having far less trouble with manufacturing than Intel.
Interesting.
Wonder how they do that. It's kind of risky business right now, but sometimes you just gotta say, what the heck?
What the heck?
Thanks, Tom. All right, so if anyone was on the market for Nvidia's GeForce RTX 30 series, or Ampere for common humans, you better be quick. These amazing new graphics cards are now being used by Chinese crypto miners who have moved on from AMD's Radeon graphics cards, which previously dominated the scene. Apparently, its hash rate is 3 to 4 times that of the RTX 2080, which is 35 to 40 megahashes a second, depending on the vendor. Even the TI had to make a big effort to break the 50 megahash mark. Without getting too deep into the economic side, better hardware means a better return on investment and more profitability when mining things like Ethereum. What this means for you guys is that these products may get eaten alive on the market and there will be fewer graphics cards for gaming, which is actually what they're supposed to be used for. I mean, it's creative. It's very irritating, but it's creative. Here's an idea. Why don't they dive randomly into Twitch streams and donate millions for philanthropy? Philanthropy.
Mr. Beast.
Very generous. If you guys haven't seen our Flex build video on Monovlog from last week, then check out the link. For video editing, game design, or anything digital creation, we built some pretty amazing systems. Check out our website at monolithgroup.ca to learn more. Code Red giveaway, anyone? I should not have to keep reminding you, but you guys matter to me. So here it is, an all apps package of Adobe Creative Cloud for 1 full year. Don't miss an episode of Dashboard by liking this video and subscribing to our channel. You know the deal. Find us on social and on our website.
Monolithgroup.ca.
Yes, exactly. I'm Jana, this is Dashboard, and I'll see you here next week.